Friends, welcome back to a new video of IB ACIO 2025, where I'm going to discuss about a brief strategy of how you can crack this exam, just say within a span of 3 to 4 months, without a formal coaching, but at the same time you should have certain prerequisites. So it's not like a magic wand where everybody can write and clear. So based on my understanding, the way I have cleared, and also the students that I have guided through the years, I do have quite a bit of understanding on how you will be able to clear it, and what is the attitude that is required to clear this exam. So you just say that right now the notification has come, that exam is probably expected. That is the tier 1 exam is expected at September. Maybe after some time, within 2 months or so, there will be the tier 2, that's the written part. Then after some time, there will be the interview because it's a computer based test, so things will move a little bit faster than what it used to happen earlier. So if you look at the preparation level and you see the weightage, so it's very evident that this is an exam where the MCQ questions and the interview part is having a much higher weightage compared to the written part. So we will go one by one. First of all, if you look into the tier 1, it is of 100 marks. Of course, there is a negative marking is there. And if you look into the syllabus, you have the general studies, general awareness, quantitative aptitude, reasoning, like data analytics, data analysis kind of questions, and current affairs. So it's very similar to a UGC net level of an exam. And you have to understand this is a computer based test. So this is the same way the net exams also used to happen. I had also cleared UGC net back in 2019. So that time also it was a computer based test. So if you are in a position like where you can clear UPSC prelims or say even a UGC net, this is a very good, a decent chance of having a good total in your kitty for your tier 1, right? But you just have to understand that tier 2 there is a written part is there, and then another 100 marks, so total it's 250 marks. So if you ask me how to prepare, if you have a time period of say 4 to 5 months, you can consider like this. So first and foremost, the first hurdle, that is that's a tier 1, you need to have a basic understanding of certain things which is not under your control. For example, in a short span of time you cannot increase your aptitude or reasoning or things like that. But if you fairly have a good understanding on general awareness and general studies, just say that means about the polity, constitution, right, history, basic geography, so there is a fighting chance there, and rest depends upon whatever aptitude and reasoning and your IQ that you have gathered through your years. So that's one thing. And if you say that you have scored 60 plus or 60-65 plus, it's a decent chance, right? And during that time also, you have to understand parallelly, you have to look into internal security, right, India and the surrounding areas, and at the same time certain abstract topics, things related with science and technology as well. If you do have certain of those understanding, then you do have a good chance to cherry pick a good essay and write and make good use of it. Then of course I'm talking about the tier 2. So then of course you have the English Pressy writing those parts, that's of 20 marks. So that is where your writing and analytical skills that you have gained through your years, and also in the within this span of 1 to 2 months will also come in handy. And so all these are parallel roads. So first thing I told about the tier 1, which is a parallel road. Then second thing, the tier 2, that's also a parallel road. Then the tier 3, that is the interview part. So believe me, this is not something that you can prepare very easily within that time, because this is where you have to be honest within yourself and give your best. Because even in the previous videos of interview I have told you that the DA form is like your entire Kundali or Jatak, right? Wherever you have stayed, the police station and everything from your 10th standard onwards is there, your hobbies, your so the interviewer has ample things to ask about your personal choices, your hobbies, everything. So I have told you that during my time of interview, I had even written about my hobby about stage performance, mimicry and all. They asked me to do a live performance like that, and I put my files aside and I did it. So it is a very jovial thing to do at that time. So be honest about yourself, showcase your personality well, and at the same time you will also have questions about maybe about internal security, right? Even say my time they were asking me about Kerala, Kochi, as about Kochi, about the Southern Naval Command. So they asked about the other naval commands and how would ships be arranged in case of a war. I mean, there was a question asked. I said, like, honestly, I don't know, because I was not that much aware about it. Even if they ask me now also, I won't be able to answer it. So when you don't know certain things, be polite and be open and say that you don't know. And if you know things, speak with conviction and speak with clarity. That makes a lot of sense. So if you have that attitude and that focus with these three parallel roads going, tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3, with focus on general studies, general awareness, and if you are a little bit weak in maths, do practice aptitude, reasoning, quant, and another data analysis kind of questions with graphs and all, then you do have a very good chance of clearing this exam, right? So when you have, so say it like the negative marking is 1 by 4th, so it is, even negative marking is compared to UPSC, it is much more of less. So that means do take risk if you feel like one question is 50-50, and make good part of your about that writing part, and also give a good impression. Be honest about yourself in the interview part, and in that way you will be able to crack this exam well. And before concluding, I wish to tell one more thing. So when you arrange your preparation for your essays and even for your interview, that's what I'm saying. So you look into the polity kind of questions, social issues, right? Then science and technology, and then in and around general awareness that is related with India. And if you compartmentalize like this, then I believe that you will be able to recycle and bring out the best from the materials that you get. And if you ask me materials, there are n number of things, but don't go for everything. Like, focus on newspapers. If you have apps like Hindu, Times Now, right? Do you get good articles? And if you look into medias like, say, print, or say Rajya Sabha TV, so you do have quite a good things. And also do follow the government websites, or even Ministry of Home Affairs, and do can follow many of these things in Twitter or in social media, and do get the updates, and you see that how the government is thinking, right? How the government is thinking. So always, that's why when you have an idea, you are not going to be a political critic of the government, but you have to understand how government is thinking, and how you are going to be a part and parcel of that, helping the bureaucracy, because this is about working in unison with forces like, say, police, right? Local police also, you will be part of it, because even if you are posted in remote areas also, you are under somewhere protection of these local forces, or even the central government forces also. Otherwise, if it's a peaceful posting, that's a totally different ball story altogether. So these are certain things I wish to point out, and I hope that even if people who are not able to afford a coaching, or who doesn't have the luxury of attending a coaching because of their job, I believe that they can crack this exam, provided they do have a solid background of this. So that's all I wanted to say. Please do subscribe my channel if you haven't. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you. Have a nice day, and also good luck for the exams.